For though we live in the world, we do not wage war as the world does. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verses 3. Hello family, a very warm welcome back to the Lovystouch food channel. Thank you so much for coming back. You will need just few ingredients to make your Ghanaian tea bread just that stretchy and enjoyable. Please stay tuned. Let's get right into it. I have my all-purpose flour, instant dry yeast, a bit of margarine, some salt, sugar, and lukewarm water. After watching this video, you will be able to make your own tea bread recipe, and the ingredients will be listed down below with it right quantity, and I'm going to also make it clear as possible in this video. So for this whole recipe, the only water I'm going to use is 1 cup, and it's lukewarm, not too hot, not too cold. And I'm also going to use 1 tablespoon of salt, and I will use about 10 grams of instant dried yeast. Yes, the instant dry yeast is just 10 grams and each sachet is 7 grams. I use a little bit more and we were good to go. I mix everything together, set it aside, and allow it to just ferment. And for the flour, I'm using 3 cups, just 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to go ahead and mix it very, very well together. Making your tea bread, these are ingredients that are very, very important. I'm talking about the nutmeg and the salt. You need to make sure you have it so that you would taste it as you have back home. So I'm going to go ahead and add all the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients and go in with my hands. It is really that simple to use your hands. You do not need any form of machine or tools. If you have it, that's fine, but if you don't have, it's clearly your sign that you can make this happen. Okay, just the water that I use, nothing more, no more liquids. All that I use is my tablespoonful of margarine. I love to bake lately with margarine instead of butter because it turns out always great with margarine. Please use margarine if you have access to it. If you have butter and you think you like to bake with butter, please go ahead and use 2 tablespoons of that. Okay, I feel margarine is very, very light to be able to bake easily with it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and combine all these ingredients together. As you can see, the ball is very, very nice and very, very tough, same time stretchy. You don't want it to be too soft, neither do you want it to be too tough. So go ahead and go in with your hands and knead it this time on your clear surface. Make sure you are kneading very, very well. Okay, it is fun to do this. There is absolutely no fail when you go ahead and do it like this. Play with it, just have fun with it. If you have kids in the house, invite them, make them have fun with it, and you are always going to make this every time. All right, so as you can see, while kneading, it becomes a little bit more easier to work with. The very tough dough tends to be a little bit more soft, that easy for you to just twist it around. This process here is very, very important. It really helps you to get a very stretchy tea bread in the end. As we all know back home, it is not very mushy. It is nice and very stretchy. We are really activating the yeast and also the gluten as well, and it's absolutely incredible. Just have fun with it. Do with this for about 5 to 10 minutes, and oh my goodness, it is nice and stretchy like this. Absolutely incredible. So go ahead and be kneading it. Making your own bread at home, it's absolutely incredible, and it's just so nice. Has such a beautiful feeling, and once you're done, you'll be like, you pat yourself on the shoulder like, bro, I can make bread. I made my own bread. I want you to get that feeling, so go ahead and do it. I know it can be a little bit tedious, but once you continue doing this, you are going to get the perfect bread in the end. So once you're done kneading for about 10 minutes, go ahead and allow the dough to rest. Just apply a little touch of oil. Use olive oil, sunflower oil, any oil of choice, just a little drop of it, and let it rest in your bowl for 40 minutes to an hour, depending on the time that you have at hand. You are going to be incredibly surprised that this dough right here is going to double in size, and it's just so beautiful to watch. Allow this to rest for 50 minutes, and boy oh boy, was it so fluffy and soft, and has doubled also in size. Absolutely love the feeling when you touch it. So nice. So I went ahead to give it a nice punch and also turn it around, and now I'm going to go ahead and clean my surface once again and divide this into 3, or if you want your tea bread to be a bit bigger, you can go ahead and just divide it into 2, depending on how you want it to look in the end. I always calculate that if I am having 3 cups of flour, at least every cup will give me 1 loaf. That's how I calculate it, but go ahead and do as you wish. Okay, so yes, this is how I'm going to divide it, and I'm going to now go ahead and mold it into my beautiful tea bread shape. If tea bread is new to you, it is a Ghanaian bread that we don't joke with at all, and it's always molded baguette form, you know, that long bread. Yes, that's how it is molding. I'm using my rolling pin to just go ahead and flatten it, and then go ahead and roll it and get this beautiful tea bread form. Very nice and long. That's how we want it to look like. Okay, so once you're rolling it, make sure you're tucking it in so that it does not come off or open once it doubles in size. Okay, there's no wrong or right here. Just go ahead and do it. You will be great. Okay, I'm transferring this into my oven tray, and do not forget to add a baking sheet so that it does not stack on your trays. Okay, so go ahead, as many pieces as you have, go ahead and roll them, and once you're done, make sure you are tucking it in as well and put it on your tray. Cover it once again, allow it to just rest for another 40 minutes until it doubles in size. And once the size has doubled, you want to go ahead and add extra bit of flour just to dust it around a little bit. That's how the famous tea bread looks like. There's a bit of dusty flour all around it that makes it pure and authentic. So that's how you have to do. Go ahead and make some great designs if that's what you like, and go ahead and preheat your oven at 175 degrees. In Fahrenheit, I'm going to also list it below. I don't know, but in degrees Celsius is 175 degrees Celsius. And once you're done dusting it, go ahead and set it in. Allow this to bake for just 10 to 12 minutes, depending on how brown you want it. I always love my tea bread a little bit more brown. I enjoy baking it a little bit more. It was being baked for 12 good minutes, and look at that, we have the famous Ghanaian tea bread made from scratch, and it's absolutely delicious, very nice and stretchy, and it smells divine in here. This is so good. Get your tea ready, your chocolate tea, and you are going to love this so much. Add a little bit of butter, go ahead and make your omelette, and you will love it so much. There you have it, family. I hope that you enjoyed this recipe and you're going to give it a try this weekend. Go ahead and make it together with your kids, and I know you're going to absolutely love this. Please do not forget to give me a thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if this is your first time here, hello, my name is Lovia from Lovystouch. My main goal here is to cheer you up into making your own delicious meal right at the comfort of your home. I also love to share kitchen related motivational videos, so please come on board and subscribe to join the family for amazing new recipes every week. Thank you so very much, family, for watching once again. And as always, know that you are so beautiful just the way you are. I will see you in my next one. Have a blessed day.